Hey y'all, welcome back to the DIY Entrepreneurs Reaction Show. I'm so glad you decided to tune in with me today. Go ahead and hit that like button and become a subscriber to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I would really appreciate that. Today we're going to be reacting to another Shark Tank pitch, so let's check it out.
Next up is a way to stay organized in the kitchen.
Like that already.
Hi Sharks, my name's Alexander Eburn. I live in Los Angeles, California, and I'm here today seeking a $750,000 investment in exchange for a 7.5% equity position in my company, PrepDeck. Sharks, we all know that cooking at home can be rewarding, but the reality is most of us are no chef wonderful. Meal times can be stressful, time-consuming, and really feel like a chore. There's stuff everywhere as you're trying to prep, measure, and cook all in one go. The right tool is never where you need it. The food is burning on the stove, and then there's the dreaded cleanup. There has to be a better way. Well, now there is. Meet PrepDeck, the world's first all-in-one recipe preparation system, loaded with everything you need to easily prepare chaos-free meals. PrepDeck comes with 15 ingredient containers that not only keep you organized, they double as measuring cups and measuring spoons. A range of prepping tools like a zester, grater, juicer, peeler, and more. And they clip directly onto the containers, so you can finally prep, measure, and store without making a mess. The stylish exterior doubles as a large cutting board, and it's detachable for easy cleaning. There's a removable compartment for collecting your scraps, and there's even a place for your phone or tablet, so you can follow along your favorite recipes. PrepDeck is on a mission to bring back the joy of cooking. So which shark is ready to prep their checkbooks and get to cooking up some profits with PrepDeck?
I like the
Each
product.
of you have a PrepDeck in front of you and some veggies. Please feel free to check it out.
I mean, when I first looked at it, I thought it was, besides the name, which is great, it's intuitive, PrepDeck,
Yeah.
but I thought that it might have been like, you know, for a taco bar.
Actually, the original idea for PrepDeck and the problem that I was experiencing was that when I cook, I make a mess. My wife, Christine, would come behind me and clean up after me. But when she was pregnant with our first daughter, she didn't want to have anything to do with that. So as I started to do all of these things myself, you know, right there in my kitchen, I thought there was nothing to keep you organized while you cook.
Alexander, what does this sell for and how many have you sold?
The product retails for between $99 and $119 depending on the configurations. I first launched the product through a crowdfunding campaign on Indiegogo. I had a $25,000 goal and we sold $350,000 during the campaign.
So take us your sales from there.
For the full year of 2019, we did $1 million in revenue. And in 2020, we did $6.2 million in revenue. In 2020, thank you very much. And this year, we'll do over $10 million in revenue.
How do you generate those sales?
So 99%
How much
of our
money you
business
made?
is direct to consumer through our own website or through Amazon.
What was your ad spend to generate that interest?
In 2020, we spent about 25% of our revenue acquiring customers.
So you must be making a boatload of money.
That's
What are your
not
margins
bad.
on each unit?
So the product cost us $31. We have a landed gross margin of 69%. We had a net profit of $525,000.
What would you use our money
You
for?
make money.
So $250,000 is going to be allocated exclusively to inventory and an inventory buffer. $250,000 is going to be used in ongoing product development. And the other 1/3 of the funds are going to be used to actually build a team. We have a tiny, tiny team right now. But if we're going to get to 30, 40, and $50 million, which I know for a fact we will, I need some support.
I'm stunned that this thing is selling.
I'm not
I'm a
stunned it's
cook, I'm a
selling.
chopper. I like wood,
Yep.
ceramic, all the textures that I cherish and love about the cooking experience. It makes it all delicious for me. I'm just not a plastic chopping type bored girl, okay?
I understand.
I'm out.
That's the only thing?
Nothing tells the truth like sales,
Right.
and you've got them. I'll give you a loan, venture debt loan for $750,000, 36 months, 9.5%, and I want 5% equity, not 7.5%. And I'll put my full, Chef Wonderful behind this thing,
All right.
and my social media teams. if you've been tracking Chef Wonderful, I've got a pretty big business now.
Yeah,
I
I'm
sell
aware.
a lot of sous vide. I've got cheesecakes.
Yep.
I've got a massive wine business. Going to ship 2 million.
Do you want to get on the carpet and start?
No, but I mean, I'm just looking at it saying, does it fit into my world? And it does.
Alex, I really like you. I think you got those numbers that Mr. Wonderful says. This is not something that I understand enough, so for those reasons, I'm out.
All right.
Good
well,
luck.
thank you for your time.
Yeah,
I really
Alex, I'm kind of
appreciate
in the same boat.
So Kevin
The only
did
thing
a
I think
straight
is
loan.
that you got these shot glasses in there, so I thought that was awesome. I just don't even know the competitive landscape, so for those reasons, I'm out.
Thanks a lot, Mark. Appreciate your time.
I've been listening. You know, you have the same kind of trajectory I had years ago when I started with my very first product. But for that kind of money and that
Yep.
small of a percentage, I have to be excited about what's next.
Well, Laurie, I can assure you that the reason I didn't just go with a venture capital company is I don't want to sit in a room with a bunch of suits and be told how to run my business. I want to work with someone who understands the path that I've gone on. You have obviously been down that path, and I
You
think that
said
together
that
we
this
could
was
grow
going
the
to be a
business.
Nice
$50
way to
million
turn that.
business. What do you think's going to make it that?
We haven't opened any extra markets yet. We're just D2C in the United States. We're about to open Canada. We get asked all the time to take it to Australia, the UK, Germany, Japan.
You are really wonderful.
Excuse me, there's
I
a royalty
just-
associated with calling anybody wonderful.
Trademark.
750 is just such a big ask for 7.5%.
Yeah.
If you have an offer in mind that you think would make you comfortable,
Honestly, I would want 25%.
oh,
I want to be the best shark I could be to you, and sometimes that
I wonder what do the entrepreneurs really be thinking when they throw that question back out and saying, well, what would it take? You have to know they're going to want more than 10, 15% of the business. And then they seem kind of disappointed when they do share what they want. But he's asking for $750K and willing to give up 7.5%. And what she just offered, 25%, that is a dig. But he asked, what would it take for
that
you?
means saying I'm out.
all right. Well, I appreciate it anyway. Thank you, Laurie.
He wasn't willing to go that.
All roads.
All roads
All
lead back
roads
to
lead
Mr.
back to
Wonderful. In
Mr.
this case,
Wonderful.
Chef Wonderful.
And
Let's
he
talk,
has
Chef.
a good
I think I made you very
setup,
fair
though.
offer.
So $750,000, 36 months, 9.5% interest. Are those interest-only payments in
No,
the venture
it's
structure?
principal and interest. It's a standard venture debt deal, and 5% essentially warrants, which is equity.
I mean, I've heard from venture debt
Yeah.
opportunities before, and
But you know,
and
here's the difference.
let
Here's
me-
the difference. There are thousands of venture debt funds.
Right.
There's only one Chef Wonderful. And I'll probably accelerate your growth by about 15 to 20%. I'm a big deal as a chef. Sorry, it's true.
We're sorry
Said,
too.
I'm a
But
big
listen, you've
deal.
got to pay for that. It's not free. I'm a shark.
Yeah,
I-
Alex, you can counter. You can reduce the equity.
I am going to counter with 36 months, 9% interest, interest-only payments, so that we can actually use the capital without repaying the capital out of that original line for 3%.
No, I wouldn't do that deal.
Oh, and
because
that's the right offer to make.
I-
It's
I-
exactly what
It
happened.
is.
Well, except I'm not going to take it.
I like that though.
I
He
like my
wanted to
original
pay
deal.
up the interest
What I
up
do
front.
for all of my food deals is reduce customer acquisition costs because I go back to the people who already bought my products from me.
Right.
Nobody sells like
trade-off.
Chef Wonderful.
That's the trade-off, his mailing list.
Is there a structure where you can release the pressure on the loan repayment?
But Alex, it's not pressure. Look at your
It is.
numbers.
It's using the initial loan money to pay back the loan. It doesn't make sense.
No, I can actually change your world by reducing your customer acquisition costs. Look, you can take that deal and we'll be working together, or you can turn around and walk out of the Shark Tank, and that's okay too. I respect your business.
Interesting. What you
Unfortunately,
gonna do?
Kevin, I'm disappointed, but I need to decline. I need
I
to find the right
understand,
deal for
and
my
I
business.
completely
And,
appreciate that. There's nothing wrong with that.
all right.
You won my
Kudos.
respect.
Alex,
Thank you,
you're
guys.
gonna kill it.
Thank you very much for your
Interesting.
time,
Great
guys.
job
I
here.
appreciate it.
Congrats,
Thank
guys.
you.
You know, right off the bat, I love his counter. And I love his reasoning for his counter. He asked first with the initial offer, he said, paying back the loan at that 9.5% rate, is that money going toward principal and interest, or is it going toward interest? Kevin responded, it's principal and interest. He countered with, we don't want to be paying back the loan with the loan money. And so if we could make those payments interest only, then we could do it. And then he dropped a 0.5% for the 9.5%. and gave him the 5% what he was willing to go. Kevin didn't want to do that. I wonder why. But I love the way that he restructured and gave his counter. And the reason, like I said, the reason that he explained why he did that. I definitely appreciate that. But unfortunately, they are walking out of the tank without a deal. Willing to give up 7.5% for $750K. They did not get. But I really do hope that he continues. He sounds like he knows exactly what type of partner he wants and needs for his business. So I appreciate the confidence in him with that. But I really do hope along this journey that he finds the partner that he needs for his business and that he continues to be successful with the prep deck. I do like the product. I think it's something that can definitely be used, especially for people who cater. They could prep their stuff at home and then just keep it all prepped and take that box. I mean, I don't know if, I'm sure it's not cooling or anything like portable to where it stays cold or whatever. But if you have a short distance, it definitely can save time and space with keeping all of your prepped items in that prep. And then once you get on location, you just unfold that and start your preparing your dinner. So I like the product. Very good idea. And I really do hope that he continues to be successful in his business. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and staying until the end. I really do appreciate that. Make sure you hit that like button and become a subscriber if you like this content. And make sure you check us out for the next ones.
I've had sharks on my vision board for a long time. It's a dream come true to be here. And, you know, the response I got from the sharks and the confidence in them telling me to keep at it and that I'm enough to continue doing this alone is amazing. I'll never forget it.